Hey there, welcome to Mettā May Week 4. If you haven't already been through the previous practices, I encourage you to go back to the beginning of the Mettā May series and practice one of the practice videos each day until you come to this practice. The reason is this practice builds on what we've been developing in the previous weeks. This week we're going to be including in the field of Mettā, field of loving kindness, beings that we have a neutral attitude toward. We find it difficult to maintain our attention on what we find neutral. The mind is often drawn much more easily toward that which we like or that which we find uncomfortable or don't like. And so the neutral category we don't often pay a great deal of attention to. The thing is, care flows from attention. So we can't care about what we don't pay attention to. If we don't know about something, how can we care about it? If I don't pay attention to my plants, how can I take care of them? And you might notice likewise that as you begin to pay attention to things, we begin to become more interested, we begin to care more. One example is educating ourselves on perhaps an issue in the news. We might read a story, something we knew nothing about. We didn't know the people involved, we knew nothing about this particular issue. And then as we begin to educate ourselves more, learn more, understand more, we begin to really empathize and connect with the people who are affected. So we need to pay attention in order to care. And today we'll be paying attention to beings that we don't really know. We might not know their names, we may not know their backgrounds, their histories, what they're going through at the moment. But what we can know is no matter who it is, that being, just like you, just like me, just like everyone else, wants to be happy, well, and to be free of suffering. That's just a fundamental thing that we have in common. And likewise, we can know that this being may at times experience happiness, joy, and sometimes sadness and pain. We have this in common too, right? So as we begin to connect with this, knowing that there is a being who wants to be happy, have the resources that they need, who would love to flourish, have meaningful relationships and so on, and that being sometimes suffers and experiences challenges and setbacks and suffering. When we can begin to bring that to mind, remember that, then we can use what we've been building, this capacity to connect and allow this flow of care. May it be so. May you have what you need. May you flourish. And we can wish them well. And so that's how we'll be practicing today, and we're going to do it via a kind of radiating and just allowing our hearts to reach out to whatever extent feels right for you today. Remembering that our resources vary from day to day. Some days you may not be feeling much at all. Other days you might have, feeling all warm and fuzzy. Just let it be what it is, and know that at any time you can always come back to a sense of just being grounded, becoming mindful of the sensations of touch, bum on the seat, feet on the floor, knowing that a simple mindfulness practice is a practice of attending to what's arising in the present moment, and that in itself is the foundation of kindness, a foundation of metta and compassion. So it's a perfectly good practice, and if that's where you end up at any time this week, that's great. So thank you for joining, and let's jump into practice.